Really excited for this interview today. I've got Jordan. He's a wealth advisor with One Strategic Capital. Jordan, thanks for being with us today. The first thing I want to talk to you about is, what is it exactly that you do? People might not be super familiar with what a wealth advisor is.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it. Um, so, at a high level, I'm in the wealth management business. I act as a sounding board for my clients, the friends and family of my clients, to help them make sound financial decisions. I think it's important for us to look at someone's situation holistically. So, how do we help our clients eliminate making those random emotional financial decisions? That can really set someone back in terms of making overall progress with whatever financial goals they have.
Wealth management can mean like a whole lot of things. What is something that a person might not know or might not understand about your type of business?
I think most people assume it's a commission business, it's a product sale business. For us as fiduciaries, we are not compensated by selling a product. Our clients pay us for our advice. And so I think one thing to understand is that there are fiduciaries out there who want to do the right thing, who are obligated to do the right thing, and I think are positioned to help their clients in the best way possible. But I think there one thing for people to understand is that it's not all commission based, right? There are people out there who don't make commissions and can really do what's in the best interest of their clients.
I'm just really curious. A lot of people might not think about getting into wealth management, in high school or, through college. Uh, what kind of got you into the business? What made you decide to be in this industry?
That's a good question. Um, Well, I think you're right in that most people don't think about getting into this business because it's an extremely difficult business to get started. How I got into it was pure luck. I'd say I was in college, not really knowing what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to help people. I wanted to be on the business side of things. I was, an athlete in college, so I was also working on the sports side of the equation, but I wasn't smart enough to go to medical school, I don't think. But when it came to money and business, I understood it instinctively, and I think that kind of just segued me into the industry as a whole. And it was just kind of by chance, and I stuck with it. Didn't look back.
Being in this industry, what drives you to get to work and do work every day? What keeps you motivated?
Um, well, I'd say the number one thing is my family, right? My kids. That setting them up for the financial future that I didn't have growing up, I think is important. I'm driven by that. I want them to have a great life, but also when you put yourself in a position to really help your clients and you can see the progress that you're making and you get feedback from your clients and the appreciation that they show, I think is what really fulfills me, keeps you going. I mean, to me, if there's product sales and all you're doing is trying to sell, 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 sell to someone, you create burnout unless you are 100% driven by money, right? And that's all you care about, which, don't get me wrong, money is important. We're in the business of money, but it can't be the number one reason why you are doing something or recommend a certain thing to a client, if you will. I just think that doesn't put you on the same side of the table. This is a long term business, it's a long term relationship business, and it requires patience. So being able to not only provide for my family, but also that feedback from clients to really help someone, I think is a big thing.
Do you have a customer experience that is just more memorable to you? Something that really stands out in your time?
Yeah, I do. So one of my favorite clients, so she's a client here in Washington. She doesn't come from money whatsoever. She ran a library her entire life, barely got by. She actually inherited a significant amount of money, and one of the first things that she did after being, after we went through her situation and I told her that, everything's going to be fine in terms of what she wants to spend and the lifestyle that she wants, she went out and bought a Tesla Model S, the plaid version. And as soon as she picked it up, I went to see her and she let me drive it. And we got that thing up to, pretty high speeds, and that was, I think, pretty memorable because she was super excited not only to get that car, but she got it. So this is a lady who's in her 60s. She's Caucasian and she got it gold wrapped. So she's got great style. And that was pretty memorable just because it was someone who came from nothing to being able to do what she wants. And I mean, she's just a great person. So it's great to see someone like that just be able to turn dreams into a reality. Now, she did receive an inheritance, right? So there was some of that, but it's still cool to see and able to help someone like that.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna be looking out for the gold wrapped Tesla next
You
time
might
I'm
not
on the
see it
freeway.
down here, but anyways, yeah.
So Jordan, when is maybe the appropriate time or a smart time for somebody to start thinking about wealth management?
I mean, I don't know if there's a time you need to wait to start thinking about wealth management. I think someone needs to start building good habits with money at an early age because, as we discussed earlier, it doesn't matter if you make $50,000 a year or $5 million a year. If you have bad money habits, it's going to equate to the same financial outcome. And so I think being taught or educated on these things early on is super important. To follow up with that, when does someone need our services in a situation? I don't think someone just starting out would necessarily need to pay someone like us to go through our process, but there's so many free resources out there, and what I would recommend is that someone just start to get good with money and building a good relationship with money, because money's not the root of all evil. It provides a lot of good in the world if you use it the right way. um, but you need to start building good habits with it early on so that you can make the right financial decisions when you become successful.
When you're not working, or when you have some free time, what are some things that you enjoy doing?
Well, I've got two little kids at home, so that keeps me plenty busy. When I'm not working, I'm either with my kids, doing something, uh, or in the summertime or when the weather's nice, I do like to golf. So if I'm able to get out and maybe play 9 holes for a few hours and do that, I like to do that. But mainly it's just spending time with my kids doing stuff.
Cool, man. We'll have to get out there on the course one day when we have time. What is the best way for somebody to get a hold of you if they want to use your services or have a few questions for you?
Talk to Alex, get referred to me somehow. We work only on referral. We don't do any sort of marketing, and so being referred by someone who either knows me, knows of me, I think is probably the best way to get a hold of me. We do no obligation, no cost consultations with people because we want to make sure it's a good fit for both people when we work with someone. And so I'd say the easiest way is just to get a hold of Alex.
You heard him. Well, Jordan, I really appreciate your time. I think you really provided people with some valuable advice. So, if anybody has questions for us, get a hold of me. I'll connect
Mm-hmm.
you with Jordan. And just wanted to say thanks again. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it, man. Take care.